leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this fantastic Friday. Nick, one lane, $1 billion smile swim in the house. What's up, my brother?
Hello, Aaron Davis. Good to have you back, my friend.
It's good
after
to be
your
back.
South Dakota excursion. That's what I've been calling it in your absence.
The South Dakota excursion. Big shout out to the folks up in South Dakota, Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Brookings. On one of my Instagram stories, I said I'm heading to Broings.
Oh, I saw. But see, I was kind and I didn't even comment.
You should have made fun of me.
No.
You should have.
See, we can't be double-edged to where you want me to make fun of you
I know.
on one hand, and then when I do, it's how Nick is mean and you're going to throat punch me and all this and all that.
Nick, sometimes this acknowledgement means you care. You know, it's like
that should never be a question.
Well, it's like when you go radio silence, like in
Sure.
a friendship or something like that. When a person doesn't say anything anymore, that's when you're in trouble. It's like that old song by back in the day. When a woman's fed up, when a woman's fed up and a man's fed up, they don't say anything. You in trouble.
Okay.
You're in trouble. How are you? Fine.
Oh, well, that's an issue.
You're here fine? It's a wrap, buddy.
How many times in your life has Brooke been fine?
Like what you mean?
Like, has she said and replied,
Oh,
"No, I'm
man,
fine."
Listen, I'm a dude. I didn't messed up plenty of times.
That's what I'm saying. Put a guess on it. Put an estimate.
Billions.
Whoa! Still happily married.
Billions. There is no perfect man, no perfect woman. We all have our flaws.
This is good.
We all have our flaws. Well, Nick, I wish you would just acknowledge me sometimes, though, man.
Oh my goodness! You know what was funny?
Doug, I almost called during the show because I had a quick break backstage. I was just going to call and say, I love you.
You should have. You should have. I wish you would acknowledge me. No, it was funny. You know, I actually did think about you this morning.
You did?
I did because
was that a malice?
No. It was out of love. In a way.
In a way.
I pulled out my coffee maker for the first time yesterday.
Oh, because it was black. You thought about me, black coffee, right?
That's not it at all. I brewed it at like 7 a.m. this morning, 7:20 this morning. And I thought to myself, wow, I just saw AD's Instagram story of his coffee brewing at like 3:45 in the morning. I was like, why would you get up that early just to brew coffee? I'm brewing the same coffee at 7 a.m.
Hey,
and it was incredible. But it's that time of season where even myself, even I broke out the coffee maker and made myself a cup of Joe.
Okay, let me ask you this. Does your body crave it more when it's colder? Because inside your house, obviously, it's a controlled temperature.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on the psychology of why you said morning, I'm going to make coffee compared to maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Well,
when it was 80 degrees.
I think what happened. So obviously in the afternoon it starts to warm up, right? So it's not as bad. But I think that yesterday morning I woke up, I looked at the temperature, and I saw it was 34 degrees outside. And I said, okay, it's under that line, that magical line for me of like 40 degrees, to where if it's under 40 degrees when I'm going to be drinking the cup of coffee, I then it's over. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. But in the afternoon, like yesterday afternoon, I got a cup of iced coffee from the mill. And so if it's above that 40 degrees is that magical line for me. It's not like I'm out here drinking 3 cups of hot coffee a day right now. But it was nice to wake up this morning, put my little pod in there, close the top, have the mug underneath, put some vanilla syrup in there, and we're good to go.
So are you a tea drinker? Hot tea?
Only when like actually the only time of the year I have tea, and it's actually courtesy of the mill, and I love them.
Pious X function when it's kind of bougie.
Not at all. No, it's like this mint herbal tea, and the only time of the year I drink it is during state basketball.
Yep,
that's the only time of the year I drink.
Good stuff. Nick, I'm proud of you, man, for getting the coffee maker out.
I feel like an adult.
I love it.
Seeing it sit on my counter, it feels adultish.
Well, this morning it was crazy, Nick, because I was excited to be back home, and good people up there that I spoke for. I mean, and Nick, I was telling you this. I sent you guys, on our group text, I sent you the pictures. The venue yesterday was at SDSU.
Yes.
South Dakota's the Jackrabbits.
Not San Diego State.
No, not San Diego State. Yeah. It was in there. Why we have that commons area in our press box, that big opening area.
Yeah.
The foyer. That's where they had the event at yesterday. And it was for First Bank and Trust up there. They have 17 locations, 20 things like, free shout outs for different state.
They need to advertise. Looking to expand in Nebraska.
A lot of Husker fans up there. Bank has been around since 1925. They're in 17 branches, 22 locations.
100 years.
1925, man. 100 years.
Longevity.
And it actually started in a grocery. It was kind of a convenient grocery store, mercantile place, they called them back in the day, in 1880.
Ooh.
And Vance Fishback, who I met, he's the chairman of the bank, older gentleman. Him and his wife are just amazing people. His grandfather started it, and then his grandfather and his uncle decided there was a need that needed to be met because from a bank, and they started a bank. And here they are, 100 plus years later, man.
Probably doing just fine.
They're good.
They're doing just
because
fine.
The basketball arena is called First Bank and Trust.
Oh, there you go.
At SDSU. Yeah. But I was in there.
They're doing just fine.
They're doing just fine. In Vance, we had dinner called the Pheasant Lounge. If you've been up to Brookings before, you've probably been to the Pheasant Lounge. Great time, great conversation. One of the other speakers, his name was Duncan, and he was the creative director for Disney for like 30 years from England. He went to school in a castle, literally, and they had to play rugby every day. They had to.
Toughness.
And the way he
That's
talks,
the type of toughness we're missing in our society today.
Yes, we are. And his accent is so cool. And it made me think about tea. He's like, do you drink tea? And I was like, well, that was more of an Australian accent. But anyway.
We got your point. I want to hear a British accent. Go ahead. On demand.
A spot.
Okay.
I don't know. He said tea. Are you drinking tea?
I just always think of Harry Potter, and I try to duplicate that.
Well, he said he went to a Hogwarts school.
There you go.
Said it was a castle.
There you go.
And he says, you're drinking coffee, but it is not. He goes, is it Americano? What type is your coffee? And I was like, man, I'm just drinking black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's actually sung by LL Cool J.
You started to rap. No sugar, no cream. That's what you verbatim, what you just did.
That was LL Cool J, to be honest. I got to give credit where they're going to do. But he goes, Americans don't drink real tea. You drink like Lipton. Lipton's not real tea.
Lipton.
He goes, you need tea. So we drink a lot of tea. But hearing him talk about being creative, Nick, it was really cool, man. Good people up there. And as I toured SDSU's football complex, and they were very proud, 19,200, I believe, what it seats.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made me beam with pride because how proud they were of that facility. It's a great facility. They play North Dakota State University this weekend, 7 p.m. ESPNU Saturday night.
Big one against the Bison.
But Dan Jackson, who's their coach,
yes,
who's also a Nebraska native, went to Omaha Burke. I spoke with him yesterday morning. He spoke a little bit as well. Their starting quarterback is hurt.
Well, it would be fascinating, and I'd love to get this perspective at some point if he potentially comes on the show.
Come on, he said he would.
Is that, I mean, you got to remember, South Dakota State is one of those FCS schools that lost one of their record-setting quarterbacks last year. Mark Gronowski, who's not setting records at Iowa right now.
He took the money.
But he took the money. He took a step up in competition, right? But ultimately, I mean, that's a big gaping hole for a team like South Dakota State to fill. And so we always hear from the side of the teams that get these players.
Mm-hmm.
We rarely get to hear from the sides of the ones that lose these massive pieces to their roster.
And I tell you what, I'm not going to say anything on there because I'm going to let Coach Jackson come on and talk about it. He had some very interesting and very pointed and right to the point statements and feelings about what happens when you get poached.
Interesting.
And South Dakota State, their former coach, I forgot his name, and I met him yesterday. We talked. Just the changes what NIL has done for a very successful program like SDSU has been for years. And so yeah, it's very interesting. I can't wait to get him on the show. So good luck to them tomorrow night as they take on North Dakota State University. That'll be on ESPNU at 7 p.m. Unknown texter 5317. Appreciate you, brother. He goes, your laugh is contagious, man. Love listening to you guys drive every morning. Appreciate you, unknown texter, so much. Derek in the car. It's good to be back from South Dakota, Sojourn, man. It was a great trip. I ate good food, met a lot of good people, man.
We're going through a rebrand.
Yes, we are.
We haven't made it yet. Well, I mean, we've made the graphic.
It looks pretty sweet.
We're still going to be called The Drive.
Mm-hmm.
We're just giving it a fresh look.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple to choose from. Shout out to Gracie and stuff it's Gracie and the social media team for creating the graphic. But we're just having a fresh look here in the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that.
I can't wait to see. I mean, when they see it too, man.
I know,
Nick. It's interesting regarding Nebraska football and the feelings, because so often when you're in it, it's hard to get a good perspective at times because you're so deeply entrenched.
Sure,
it's like sometimes you step away, you get a different perspective, and hearing the perspective from people up in the Dakotas, because there's a lot of Husker fans up there.
Yeah,
and it was just interesting, to hear that there was an older gentleman, and also Daktronics that makes all the scoreboards. I met their founder yesterday at the event. And, that's up there in Brookings.
Oh, yeah.
Daktronics makes all the scoreboards across the country as far as that goes. Actually, I think they're global, to be honest with you, is what they do. But it was cool meeting the founder, just very unassuming older gentleman, just laid back. And talking to the locals, they said that dude is just laid back.
Oh, I'm sure.
But just hearing from some other folks that are SDSU fans, but also love Nebraska. And one older gentleman, dude, I was dying laughing. He goes, watching football for 73 years. That was one of the worst displays of want to I've ever seen in my life. And he goes, it wouldn't have been as frustrating if I knew they couldn't. He goes, I know they can. He goes, that's why I couldn't figure out why they didn't. And it was interesting, man, just to hear a lot of perspective. One guy, one lady, she was a fiery. She was a spark. She was about, I don't know, close to 80 or something like that, give or take. I don't know how old she was, but just beside herself. I mean, major Husker fan. She must have did her homework before I got there because she knew too much information about me. She goes, you were number 83. I'm like, that's a Google search because it sure as hell
nobody would know.
Yeah,
nobody
that was not me on the field.
You must have been watching the game against Pacific. That was the game that I got in.
Yeah, that was like one of the views. I was like, she was standing there until the janitor showed up at the stadium, But she was just a fiery Husker fan. She goes, you know what? They had a bad game, but you know what? Go Big Red.
Okay.
So it's just interesting to hear the perspective of others. Nick, I know, and I think it was good for me to be away because I was so frustrated by the display in Minnesota, like we all were. However, that better be gone.
I was to say it was probably good for you to be away because you got out of
I got out of it.
The fishbowl that it is.
Yeah, it was good to be away from it and just process it. Nebraska, obviously, anything as far as bowl games and things of that nature, that is still within their grasp. But Nick, I'm just going to tell you, like I've pretty much said this all year, I'm concerned.
Sure. Yeah,
until
you have a right to be.
Otherwise.
I would say you have a right to be. And that's where I think it was maybe so disappointing for a lot of Husker fans last week was because you had an opportunity to maybe alleviate for the foreseeable future some of those concerns.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't able, Nebraska wasn't able to take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was one of the most disappointing pieces of last Friday. Now, I will say though, like the good thing about football, good thing about sports, you get an opportunity, like you get another chance. And winning. We've heard a lot from our text line. We've heard a lot through like Tyler, I remember, who called in yesterday on the show. Like we hear about this of winning alleviates all. And it does, right? Like I think back to Michigan State and Maryland and Nebraska certainly had things those days that needed to be cleaned up, but we didn't talk as much about them because
you won.
And you say it every single Saturday on the pregame show, AD, just win.
Just win.
And so guess what? If Nebraska goes out tomorrow and they just win and they maybe win the turnover battle and they're better in the penalties game and they're better in the sacks allowed department, then you know what? We're going to sit there and we're going to celebrate that Nebraska's bowl eligible on October 25th. But if they lose, it could get real uncomfortable, even more uncomfortable than what it was after Minnesota. It's pressure builds diamonds. It also bursts pipes.
Perfectly stated. And you're talking about a team as well with Northwestern that's coming in here with a four-game winning streak. That's the 10th longest active streak in the nation, only third longest Big Ten, behind only Ohio State and Indiana. So this is not your Northwestern. It's your Northwestern that, just kind of take you slowly and drowns you.
Yeah.
But they're on a 4-game winning streak, man.
It's going to be a lot of the same things I would imagine as we saw against Minnesota. Like they're going to try to run the ball. They're going to try to muck up the game. And that's where, like last week, I was sitting by a couple of media folks and up in the press box in Minneapolis. And I remember like, as it was 7-6 at halftime, it was, after the first quarter, whatever the score was, 7-6 at halftime. Like we were all looking around. I was talking to Sip and stuff like, this is right where PJ Fleck wants it.
Oh, yeah.
And it could have been flip-flop. Nebraska could have been up 7-6 on Minnesota. It would still be right where Minnesota and PJ Fleck wants it because he knows, and coaches across the country in Big Ten play know Nebraska doesn't do well in these tightly contested ball games. Now, they did well the previous 2 weeks of being able to come from behind and win on Saturdays. But that was right where Minnesota wanted it. They were able to establish a ground game. It opened up some of the traditional play action that PJ Fleck and they like to run in Minneapolis. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, they sat here and they were able to get the job done. And so it's going to be interesting to see tomorrow.
It is, Nick. And this game reminds me of, like it always does. Like I said, Northwestern is one of those teams that's just always been a nuisance to Nebraska because the series is 7-6 since we've been in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
We lead them by one game. So it goes back and forth. And a team like Northwestern is a team that, like you mentioned, I think you said it perfectly. They keep you within length. Like, as a boxer, they're just going to keep you to where they can keep jabbing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're going to take some shots too. But then they catch you with an uppercut that you weren't expecting.
And here's,
because you slipped. Because
exactly.
Because an error on your part,
100%.
they make you pay for it.
100%. I think a great example, is they just continuously, they're going to keep you around long enough until they're not going to be superiorly talented. Like they're not. But they've also found ways to win games without the big stars in recruiting and guys transferring out and I wouldn't say a no-name quarterback, but in comparison to the quarterback Nebraska has on the other side, and a no-name quarterback nationally, not many people know who Northwestern's quarterback is in Preston Stone.
And Nick, Northwestern doesn't hurt themselves often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't hurt themselves often. And first of all, there's a reason why those guys are at Northwestern in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're smart. They're pretty intelligent. So they just don't make a lot of errors. Usually it's the talent difference. And obviously the talent thing, most of them that gets them in trouble because they just, they can't keep an Ohio State or something like that.
Yeah.
But you look what they did to Penn State. They went into Penn State, a team a few weeks before they beat them was slugging it out with number 3 Oregon at the time. So this team, they're a team that doesn't hurt themselves often, but they wait for you to stub your toe, then they punch you in the stomach.
Nate in Dorchester, text line 402-464-5685. Nate in Dorchester says, last week was a game Nebraska should have won, but that can't be changed anymore. Do what we all know you can do, and then we won't have to figure out who to blame, but who to praise. Football's a team sport. It takes everyone doing their part. It can be done, but can they do it? Go Big Red, Nate in Dorchester. That's right there. Nate in Dorchester. AD, we're up against the clock.
Is Nate
here.
related to you? Because Dorchester,
no.
His family's at.
I got family in Dorchester.
Nate, are you related to the Sainterts?
He is not. I mean, if you are, like a long lost cousin, I guess, but I highly doubt it.
Nate, you're spot on, though.
Just because he's from Dorchester does not mean everybody's just randomly related.
What's the population?
Maybe a couple hundred.
Okay.
maybe a couple hundred. Here's what I will say. We're going to be joined by a special guest in studio.
Yes, we are.
10:15 today. If you're watching the game on the television, we're going to be joined by the voice you'll hear. Connor Onion of Fox Sports will be joining us in studio.
Onions!
In studio at 10:15. Here's what I'm interested to get from Connor's standpoint is that he's been on the call for the Northwestern wins the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
he was on the call for Northwestern's upset win against Penn State.
Ooh, he's got some insight.
And so he's very familiar with the Northwestern Wildcats over these last couple of weeks. We're going to get Connor Onion. He and Mark Helfrich will be on the call for Fox this weekend for Nebraska Northwestern. I saw on Connor's Twitter today that the last time he was in Lincoln was when he was calling the volleyball the stadium match at Memorial Stadium.
For him, then.
And so he's been to Omaha a plethora of times for college baseball, the Big Ten baseball tournament. He's the voice of the Big Ten baseball tournament. But is a guy that just got his start in Major League Baseball this past summer, just called an NBA game a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow.
And so, so here Connor will be on the call for Fox Sports this weekend for Nebraska and Northwestern.
Folks, we got a great show lined up for you. Big B, it is great to be back. And Nick always holds it down. Absolutely. It's good to be the cream in each other's coffee to make this thing go the way we want it to go. We absolutely love it. Unknown Texter 4979. It's a must win for Nebraska because if they lose, there's a chance they go winless the rest of the season. 4979 Unknown Texter. I tell you what, it's a must.
You don't have that November game against Wisconsin anymore.
You got to take care of business. Folks, the rest of the show, we're going to discuss some tough situations going on in the NBA as far as, man, they did a roundup yesterday around the nation. I will discuss
a roundup.
Yeah. And when you have Kash Patel, the FBI director, talking about it, it's not good.
What is Chauncey doing?
Oh, my. Rozier, Damon. So we'll discuss that bit of it. Not the NBA. I know we started it, but we didn't get into that till the playoffs. But this right here is big. We'll let Austin those guys
don't
talk
come
about
here
that.
for the regular season action.
Yeah, we'll cover that stuff later on.
Hey, but don't worry. The Bulls 1-0.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since they've had a winning record.
You ain't lying. So we're going to discuss that whole debacle, what's going on there, some of the history of the gambling in the NBA. And I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Silverman's got some work on his hands. We'll discuss that 9:45 history. Of course, 10 o'clock Husker football, 10:15. Connor joining us, 10:45, 10:30-ish, give or take. The college football menu for the weekend. We'll be back. It's The Drive. It's Friday.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
When the clock strikes zero after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show. Sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance. Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this fabulous Friday. And for you, Eric, I'm going to say Friday.
That's right.
Has Eric been nice to you?
Eric's been non-existent. I don't know where Eric is at.
E-Money. Let us know you're all right, man. Text us in. Let us know, Eric. Let us know you're good, man.
He sent a text yesterday at towards the end of the show, I think, if I remember correctly. But other than that, I haven't seen Eric.
Give us a shout out. Let us know where you're listening from this morning. We got some people that might be heading into town, on the road, etc. Shoot us a shout out. Let us know where you're at. Say, this is where I be. I'll tell you somebody. I'll tell you someone else.
There he is. He says, bleep off, AD. He's back.
My man is.
Yeah. He's always there. Eric's always there. Let's just look at some of these texts that Eric sends. Is there any positivity from Eric? Let's see. It says bleep off AD. He's talking about Jay has obviously had some suspect meals yesterday afternoon. I don't know what context this is all in. There's a lot.
E-Money.
He wanted Anthony Lionheart Smith to throat punch me, the UFC guy.
He wanted to kill you.
That's what he said earlier. Yeah, that's what he said earlier. For not doing anything. So it is what it is. He called Austin names when Austin was filling in for you on Wednesday.
Oh man,
it's been a week.
E-Money, but that's E, man. That's how we show love, man.
I don't think he deserves to be called a nickname.
Everybody's love language is different.
That is true. What is your love language?
I don't know what my love language is, man.
Are you a physical touch guy?
No.
Words of affirmation?
Probably words of affirmation.
Really?
Yeah, I would say words of affirmation.
What is it? What's the other three? Gift giving. Quality time.
Quality time. See, Nick, here's the thing about me.
That's 4. I don't know the 5th.
I don't have a problem being by myself for long periods of time. I'm a very introverted extrovert.
That is true.
And
that is something I know about you.
We'll
hang out and you won't talk to me. But it's okay. I have no issue with it.
Because me, it's like if it's not
acts of service. Thank you, Big Bird.
Acts of service.
You might be an acts of service guy.
Yeah, I do like.
You like helping people.
I love helping people, man.
Yeah, that's that janitorial father figure.
It is, man.
I'm serious.
And it's that to serve. It's a beautiful thing to serve others, man.
Yeah,
encourage.
How about this? We're having a text fight between two texters that probably don't even know each other. Unnamed texter 9326. Eric, I hope you're listening to this. 9326 says Eric's nickname shouldn't be E-Money. It should be E-Dummy.
Oh, shots
How about
fired.
that?
What is going on here?
How about that? Text fight between Eric and this unnamed texter. And this is the stuff I appreciate.
Nick said I want all the smoke.
Yeah, I enjoy being a third party. But no.
Thomas and Lincoln AD's love language is yelling at the TV when Nebraska isn't doing well. There's a lot of yelling that goes on. A guy that won't yell at you, though, is Jack Russell. He's been
I don't know. He just texted me during the break. It was in a pretty vocal tone, pretty aggressive tone.
Jack Russell has been a well-respected representative with Farm Bureau since 1999. Can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give them a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell Farm Bureau can help you. Nick, it is an absolute mess that these players have got themselves in with the NBA. And it was something that's totally uncalled for. The gambling, the FBI rounded everybody up.
Yeah.
I mean,
they said we're gonna arrest you in Utah or in Portland. We're gonna arrest you in Miami.
We're arresting, like I was saying, we're arresting everybody. Everybody. Folks, check this out. Over 30 individuals were arrested in 2 related federal indictments involving the NBA. 1 for illegal sports betting, including insider tips, and for rigged poker games connected to organized crime. Folks, we're talking about the mob, the mafia.
Yeah.
They literally had machines that were altered to enhance their In fact, put it this way, the players that would come, I'm talking about NBA, I'm talking about the actual poker players, literally had no chance of winning.
No.
1 individual lost over $1.8 million in this whole ordeal.
There were guys wearing contact lenses that were able to see through the cards and see face down cards.
This was like a movie.
Yeah.
It was literally like a movie.
I didn't know that stuff was actually real.
Oh, it's real. It's real.
How do you know?
Brother, I've seen a few things in Vegas at 51. You hear some stories from the pit bosses a lot, man.
I'm sure.
Some of the high-profile names is Terry Rozier, who's a player. Chauncey Billups, who, as we speak, is still the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. Not sure how long that'll last. Of course, Chauncey Billups with Detroit for a number of years, also with the Denver Nuggets for a number of years. Among those charged and implicated, the indictments allege unusual insider information, player availability, injuries. Damon Jones, apparently, when he was playing. The thing that makes me mad is they keep bringing LeBron in this. And just say Damon Jones. He played for Cavs. And it gets, because it's clickbait.
Yeah.
They said Damon Jones, former teammate of LeBron James, when LeBron wasn't going to play, Damon Jones tipped off the bettors and gamblers, let them know he was not going to play, was releasing that information prior to the team releasing the information, was passed to bettors and used to generate large wagers and illicit gains. The integrity is at stake. Just like earlier in 2007, scandal involving referee Tim Donahue.
Exactly.
This case hits the core of NBA's claim for fair competition. Folks, the link between legal sports betting and expansion post in 2018 U.S. increased risk of manipulation under this microscope, Nick, and they are in a mess right here.
Yeah.
Nick, the NBA's image, is globally respected, but it's under threat, man. And these are what do you do if you're Adam Silverman, the NBA commissioner, in a situation like this? When you have Kash Patel, the FBI director, and a presser talking about we getting everybody.
This is a lot. And as Derek and Akar did say, it is important. Like, this is a years-long investigation process.
Yes.
And obviously the whole innocent till proven guilty thing, but it does not look good for any of these guys. Chauncey Billups was seen, leaving the courthouse yesterday after he got arrested on Thursday morning. It feels, the only thing I can go back to time and time again is it feels like it's stuff out of the movie. What's most disappointing is the competitive advantage, that piece of it. The Chauncey Billups stuff is wild in its own right, but what I get more, not freaked out, but just crazy about is the Terry Rozier stuff.
Oh, man.
Where Terry Rozier, current Miami Heat guard, would intentionally fake injuries. He would tell these guys before the game, hey, I'm gonna pull myself out of the game because I'm injured. I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna pull myself out of the game. Take me on the unders, on player props. Take the unders, hammer the unders. And then when he would show up to his house that night, there would be cash on his doorstep. The FBI has video of cash on Terry Rozier's doorstep the same nights that he would pull himself out of games early for a quote unquote injury. That is where I really struggle with this. Sure, like all the other stuff is really bad and probably, from a criminal standpoint, probably worse. But when you get into
you're tanking your team,
athletes tanking and intentionally faking things, that's when it really gets disappointing.
If it proves, again, as you mentioned, Nick, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. If this comes up being that he did that, you're banned. You don't even walk. I'm banning you from even the outside basketball court.
Yeah, Adam Silver. Here's what I will say about Adam Silver. He's been in the spotlight a lot recently. The last couple of years in terms of commissioners. He's tried to change the league a little bit as well. I don't know. We're getting a lot of texts about how the NBA has always been rigged and things like that. And it potentially has.
And you know what?
But
you can't fault the people for wondering when you have stuff like this.
Sure. And it's crazy. You look at the list. These are going up. The numbers of professional athletes getting caught, it has been, obviously increasing. 2023, there were multiple PGA Tour guys that were suspended from their leagues because of gambling violations. One NHL player, 10 NFL players in 2023 that were suspended or banned for gambling violations. In 2024, there were 5 Major League Baseball players, and then obviously Jonte Porter from the NBA. This is an issue that has surfaced and has increased over the last couple of years. And, it's one of those things of when it starts to, I don't have any issue with allowing professional athletes or even college athletes for that matter, betting on other teams. But when you start to affect your play and your team based on the main driver of it being money, that's when I start to get problems with it.
You know, unknown texture, you're exactly correct. 4232, he says, why does this bother anyone? Congress has been insider trading for years. They're getting rich because it's wrong that they're doing it as well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's unknown texture. Like I said, I've seen it. You've seen it. They've been doing it for years, enriching themselves. I'm not calling anybody out, but we know it's happened.
I was saying, but we're also not here to speak on politics and Congress
it's happened.
members and stuff.
But in the NBA, I mean, you're tanking your own team on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, a little different, in my opinion. It's a little different when you're purposely saying, I am going to pull myself out with a fake injury. Oof. Not that we're going to open up more stock shares or a company is taking a hit somewhere and you get inside information.
Or even like, hey, take my overs because I'm going to try to go off this game.
Yeah. It's just,
like, you know, like, hey, my line is at 9.5.
You're influencing the line.
100%.
You're influencing the line.
100%.
But especially in the part that, like I said, again, all of this innocent until proven guilty. But what they have mounted, when they have you on video, and doesn't mean you always get convicted either, because we've seen that happen in the past where it's like, dude, I seen it. They still get off for a slap on the wrist.
It's just crazy, AD. I mean, he said, you know, this is an article. It's called "The Defendants, Including Members and Associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese New York crime families, are accused of using cheating technology to steal millions from victims during rigged poker games in Manhattan and other parts of the state. Organizers enlisted NBA figures, including Billups, to sit at the table and help make the games appear legitimate to victims.
Mm-hmm.
The defendants used a shuffling machine to count the cards and predict who had the best hand. That information was then transmitted to someone sitting at the table who used hand signals to communicate it with the others in the scheme. They also used decoy cell phones and marked cards that could only be seen with special glasses or contact lenses, the indictment says. It is estimated that victims lost more than $7 million in the games since 2019. One particular victim, as you said, AD, losing 1.8. The scheme went beyond fixing just poker games and it even involved violence, including robberies. The defendants are also accused of laundering money using shell companies and cryptocurrency. It is, and through all this, like Chauncey Billups might get a slap on the wrist, right? And like that's part of it. You know, it's fine. But just the fact that this is all going on, I wouldn't say it shows how sheltered it is in Nebraska, because Nebraska is certainly not anywhere close to perfect.
No.
But I told Austin, and maybe this is naive of me, I know there's a lot of bad stuff going on. I didn't realize like crime families were still a thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to DF sometime about crime families.
I'm good. I don't want to know all this stuff.
Yeah, there's some things are better. You know what? Sometimes ignorance is bliss to some things, especially if you don't have to be messed with it.
Yeah, and hopefully I don't find my way
into
it.
You know, it is and I'm obviously we keep it positive, but dude, there are some very dark corridors in the world we live in.
Oh yeah,
I mean, very, very dark. And Riley, you're exactly right, brother.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just going to say, brother, you're spot on. You're spot on with your statement on the insider trading stuff. You're spot on. There's some dark places, man. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how much darkness going on. Quick, before we go to break, a little bit of history. You know what? I'm going to save this segment for history. That's what I'm going to do. Folks, we'll be back. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Shuizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Shuizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Shuizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back on this fantastic Friday. Always appreciate the live activity on the text line. Get back to many of those we possibly can. And it's going to be back in the great state of Nebraska. In fact, when I was coming over the bridge, Nick, yesterday, I was like, the Blue Bridge going from Iowa to Nebraska.
On the north side of Omaha.
North side of Omaha, man. I-29.
Interesting that you took that way.
Yeah, I took because you can go around 80 and go around by the casino, but it's like I just like going 29 and just shoot 680 and keep coming around. I'm not sure which way is even quicker. I don't know if it's a wash.
Well, I guess you came straight from South Dakota, right?
Yeah.
So because when I got back
probably from Des Moines,
Minneapolis and Des Moines, last week
you went roundabout.
Yeah, it was sending me to go out and about.
Yeah.
So
you
anyway.
can still catch that. Yeah, there's a few.
You can
ways
still
go.
There's a turnoff where it's like you can go straight, forward. You can go forward and go towards I-29 in that north side of Omaha and just circle around 680, or you can stay on I-80 and it teaches you to stay on I-80. So
you know what's sweet about north of Sioux Falls though? The speed limit's 80.
Oh yeah.
And I seen that sign. I was like, say less. Cranked it up to 85.
I was gonna say which means it's like 87.
Yeah, I kept it at 85.
Okay.
But it was like I didn't realize I was like, why is everybody passing me up?
What's funny now? Do you have in your vehicle? Do you have it new enough to where it keeps you in the lane assist?
Yeah, it'll.
Okay, nice.
It'll kind of let you know.
I didn't know if it was new enough.
Yeah, with 2015.
Is it a 2015?
2016.
I thought it was older than that.
Yeah, it's 2015. 2016, I think is what it is, and that's why in January.
Yeah, it's time.
And if it was a Tahoe, I would keep it.
Yeah,
but it's just that big Suburban I don't need anymore. But
there you go.
What's happening, brother? I got something. Like I said, I need to get something smaller.
Absolutely.
Probably haul it K-Dub or something like that. And
100%.
My boy Mike Anderson over at Anderson, so I might get a smaller one.
I have some things that I want to shout out. Two things. One, and in our history segment, it's a perfect time to do it. One is Lincoln Southwest football, AD. Grant Tranowitz got probably the biggest win of his early head coaching career last night with a 33-32 win against Omaha North. Top 10 Omaha North, and Grant Tranowitz and the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks get a 1-point victory against the Omaha North Vikings. So really big shout out to them there, because that is a massive win. I believe Lincoln Southwest out of the playoff opportunities and out of playoff contention.
What a heck of a win.
But you talk about being able to hopefully build off of that going into next year. The quarterback is going to come back. Or at least has obviously some years left. And so hopefully there's a lot of stability. There's not many guys that leave that football program, and they can continue building on that one. I was really happy for Grant Tranowitz last night.
Grant, congratulations, man. I know Mama's proud too.
Yeah.
No, Papa's proud. Congratulations to your brother, to the whole Southwest football team. Some of the history of the NBA as it comes to the scandals that took place. As remember, 2003 through 2007, Tim Donahue, an NBA referee, placed bets on games he officiated. He provided betting information. He pleaded guilty to federal charges. It shook the league's integrity. It was marked as the NBA's worst situation at the time, somewhat compared to reports of the early 80s when Magic and Larry Bird came back and, as people said, saved the NBA as far as that goes. In 2014, Adam Silverman published his op-ed in the New York Times calling for legalization of regulation of sports betting in the U.S. It signaled a dramatic shift in a league stance from resisting betting expansion to managing and embracing it under regulation. In 2018, the Supreme Court stepped in and struck down Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act, SPA 1992, opened a door for states to legalize sports betting. Then in 2021 onwards, the NBA entered official partnerships. Shake them up, let them roll with sportsbook companies.
Did you hear what the operation was named by the FBI over this one that they of all these arrests? Operation Nothing But Bet. I mean, the sense of humor is incredible.
Hey, The presser yesterday was funny, though.
I know.
With all the agents, they kept making it was almost corny, but it was funny. It was like an SNL skit. And they were like to let you know right now, all bets are now off. I was like, what?
Oh, man.
All bets
That is
are
so
now
funny.
off because we're coming for you. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
2024, 2025, new scandal players, coaches, and alleged bettors indicated a large-scale illegal betting poker schemes involving NBA personnel. Billups, Rozier, Damon, and folks, there's increasing regulatory focus on player prop bets. The prop bets, they're thinking about saying, okay, what are we going to do with this in the future?
Yeah.
So, folks, there's been a lot of misuse, a lot of scandal, and again, we want to repeat and reiterate: everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty through the court of law. But it's going to be a very interesting trials, plural, that go on. So the NBA kicked off with not the news they wanted to have, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We come back, folks. We got Nebraska football, and we got Connor joining us in about 15, 16 minutes. We'll be back. It's The Drive, 93% a ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I Parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I Parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back in the house on this fabulous Friday to talk some Husker football, and we have the legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Onions. We got Connor in the house. Connor, how you doing, man?
What's up, guys? Good to see you in person. Usually we're doing this on Zoom or over the phone. That was a pretty good Raftery impersonation, by the way. That was well done.
You have you done games with Bill?
I have.
Raftery? That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, it was. He played into the bit so well as you might imagine. Because he does his man-to-man thing at the beginning of the game, and he goes, Bill Raftery, Connor, Onions to start the game. So.
Let me ask Connor before Nick dives in, and before he's got a bunch of questions I do as well, just from experiences. Connor, you're how old now?
30.
30 years old. Do you still have moments when you're in a press box, you're next to a legend like Raftery, or any other the personalities you're with? Do you ever just kind of on the microphone during a timeout be like, I get to do this?
Total. I mean, tomorrow will be that. this will be my first football game at Memorial Stadium. So I've done volleyball there. Was here for volleyball day, but I had a coworker tell me this week there are a select few people in this world that get to sit on Keith Jackson's throne inside the TV booth at Memorial Stadium, and that kind of sent a chill down my spine, gave me some goosebumps. But Mark Helfrich, who I'm calling the game with tomorrow, who was the Oregon head coach and was the guy. He's very humble. He won't take credit for this, but he found Marcus Mariota kind of out of nowhere in Hawaii as a high school player. And the way that Mark sees the game, there are like 10 things I walk away from a game with where I'm like, I did not know that about football.
Here's what's crazy about Mark Helfrich. This has been my favorite trivia question because when we get our media guides, when we talk to Coach Rule on Monday and stuff, they say the broadcasting crew on it, obviously. And so it was interesting because one of my favorite trivia questions to pass along to our listeners this week has been the last time Nebraska beat a ranked team was in 2016 against Oregon. And that was Mark Helfrich's team. Unfortunately, he's probably not too happy with that being the statistic, but that's been a crazy trivia question this week on the station.
I don't know if I will go there tomorrow.
Please don't. Please do not. It's probably a good thing he might not be listening to this because,
But Mark is so self-deprecating that he might go there.
He might go there.
Yeah. I mean, to your question, AD, sitting here with you guys, sitting here with a national champ in Lincoln. I mean, these are the moments where it's like, tomorrow is going to be the same where it's like, I'm lucky to do this. So it's a fun life. It's a good life.
Connor, you called the game, to my understanding, Northwestern at Penn State.
We did.
Tell us about that.
Well, people are calling us the Reapers. That's the nickname that our crew has gotten the last couple of weeks.
If they're coming to the crew, tell the coach to call your realtor.
Yeah, I was going to say, stay away from Lincoln, please. There's already enough drama going on right now.
Why is there always a moving truck when they show up?
People have started putting moving signs in front of our doors, too, at our hotel. So, no, but... it was a very interesting vibe, as you might imagine, in Happy Valley a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And we walked in knowing that it probably would be, that the fan base was in a bad mood. And, you never want to assume that somebody is coaching for their job that week. But the tenor of our meetings with Penn State suggested that we know there's pressure. How could you avoid the human nature that was...
Could you feel it from them?
I could feel that there was tension. I could feel the tension, not necessarily that it's win or this is going a different direction, but the end of the game was so interesting. There's this ominous sky in the stadium. Some of the crowd had stuck around, but not all of the crowd. But the ones that were there, as maybe you guys watched or heard, were obviously pretty PO'd. So handling those moments, to your question, AD, about lucky to do this. That was one of those moments where it's lucky to do this, but also there's a twinge of sadness in this.
An era was over.
An era was over. You didn't know for sure until the next morning, of course. But what is rewarding and sometimes in that moment sad is you're seeing people's lives change in front of you in real time. And the challenge of my job is trying to put words to that. And there was no perfect thing to say there. Everybody in college football had an opinion about what needed to happen. But I couldn't speculate. Like, I got a couple of texts after the game, like, you should have taken a harder stance if they need to do this or they need to do that. Well, that's not my job to say this person needs to be booted from their job.
Sure.
Before Nick goes in, folks, we have Connor Onions. He's talking about the Penn State game that he called against Northwestern a few weeks ago. Of course, the next morning, James Franklin was relieved of his duties.
Connor, what do you just make of everything that's going on? I mean, it started off obviously way back a few months ago with Stanford. I mean, they named Frank Wright the interim ahead of the year, and that's fine, right? But then, I mean, now we fast forward and we just passed the halfway point in the season, and it's Oklahoma State, Florida, Penn State, Arkansas. I mean, there's some major conference jobs that are already open this early in the season. UCLA, to keep it Big Ten related as well. I mean, what do you just make of all of the openings already?
UCLA one's interesting now, isn't it?
Very.
Oh, man.
You know, do they keep Tim Skipper? Do they keep Jerry Neuheisel? Big measuring stick tomorrow. Obviously, they play Indiana.
Yeah.
So if they hang in that game and look good, I know the schedule is. I mean, they've got the big hitters coming up later in their schedule. They still have to play SC and
Nebraska.
Yeah, right.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
No, they do. No, they do. No, you're right.
Connor, do you mind to elaborate on
that? You're right. And obviously, you guys have been right in the center of a lot of this coaching carousel talk. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard it put as there are more jobs open than qualified candidates, which I don't totally agree with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Will Stein at Oregon is going to get a good look at a lot of these jobs. And a lot of the conversation has surrounded sitting head coaches. So, you know, Dan Lanning at Oregon right now, he wasn't a head coach before Oregon hired him. So I think there's going to be some of those types of people that are sitting coordinators that end up getting some of these power jobs and do well with it. So, but I think that the Florida thing last week really shows the state of where we're at. Yeah. They won their game against Mississippi State, and they fired Billy Napier. I get they didn't look good, and he's kind of been on the ledge for a little while now. Mm-hmm. But he won the game.
And it felt so weird with earlier in the week as well, like the reports, and you never know how accurate they are. But the reports come out talking about how, hey, you know, they're ready to make a move this weekend. It kind of strong-armed them into whatever happens on Saturday. They could have won by 30, and it feels like you've kind of already made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. It's a weird feeling.
It really was. Really, what the press conference after was interesting too, because again they won, and he's getting questions about his job.
Right.
So I was talking to our crew that's covering the game tomorrow about this. Can you think of another situation where the coach won the game and then they move on from him? And you know, I don't know if you guys talked about that on this show, but I couldn't think of another scenario.
I can't think of not the day after they won. Like, you know, obviously they might have had some decent wins.
Well, end of the season, right? Yeah.
It was a bowl game,
or bowl game, right?
But no, actually, Bo. Remember, I think Bo coached that bowl game. As far as that goes, text line. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
In the 2008 Cotton Bowl, it was Bo against Clemson. That was because it was fun fact with it was Dabo's first game or first year, and because I believe Dabo was the interim at Clemson at the time, and Bo took over for that bowl game as well.
In modern, I'll say modern, in the past 15 years, Connor, I can't think of it happening. And like one thing you mentioned, and Nick, I did say this, I believe, on Monday, because we were talking about, of course, Napier being fired, Norvell at Colorado State being fired. And, you know, we're just saying that there's still, like you mentioned, there's a human side to this still. Regardless of how much money they make, you're still fired and the whole world sees it.
Yep.
You know, if me and you get let go, if us get let go, you more so than us. But even though they would just quietly in your space, they just call, you just don't report, you know, you just don't call games.
Right.
No one knows if me and Nick get fired, you know, as far as that goes. Maybe a few people, but these guys are ostracized on social media. Even as far as that goes, Tony White, death threats,
you
know, to their houses. And so, granted, yes, they get the big, you know, parachute, but they're still humans. And I think people can forget about that at times.
Yeah. And I thought Matt Rule handled that wonderfully when he started getting the Penn State questions last week of, you know, it's great making a lot of money, but that doesn't protect your kids and your family from some of the scrutiny, and that doesn't make you feel better.
No.
And that's, say what you want about James Franklin in that situation and winning big games, whatever the criticism is that you want to give, he still has two daughters.
Yeah.
He gave every ounce of his soul to Penn State for 12 years, and he deserves credit for that, and he deserves our humanity for that too.
And it is crazy though, because then the very next week he's on a game day show and he's doing an interview, and you're hearing Nick Saban talk about how, hey, you know, hey, they were wrong for firing you. Like there's a lot of just back and forth overall, just with everything going on. It's fascinating. It's truly fascinating. Let's talk about tomorrow a little bit. Nebraska Northwestern. This Northwestern team, Connor, they've beaten some teams. I mean, they're coming off of a shutout win against Purdue. They beat UCLA earlier in the season as well. I guess, and then obviously the big one against, Penn State. This is a 5-2 Northwestern team in a season where we talk about coaches losing their jobs. David Braun might have saved his job this season. And David is a guy that kind of got thrust into the fire a couple of years ago.
He was. Yeah. And needs no reminder for Northwestern fans of this, but he was the Big Ten Coach of the Year his first year.
Right. Absolutely.
Taking them to a bowl game in 2023. And he's, meeting with him and spending some time around their program. The emotional intelligence of that guy is through the roof.
Really?
Just how he relates to his players, how he handles media, all of it is far beyond somebody that was, I don't want to say just a defensive coordinator, but he wasn't thought of as a power four head coach
Heck no.
3 years ago.
No.
And he's grown so fast into it. But you think about the 5-2 teams in the country right now. We'll see 2 tomorrow, Nebraska and Northwestern.
Notre Dame.
Michigan, Notre Dame, Texas, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
They're a bunch of notable 5-2 teams. So I know Nebraska fans understandably are upset about last week, but I don't know, just
What happened last week?
I guess 24-hour rule, right? Flush it.
It was not a 24-hour rule here in Lincoln, let me tell you.
I was able to get away for a few days. My psychology degree helped out by I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen psychologically, although I know it did. Connor, let me ask you, what is a day before Nick? I know Nick's got some more too. What does a week look like for you, like when you come into an area to announce a game? Like, what does the schedule look like, the meetings, et cetera? Just give us a snapshot of view when you touch down in that city. For instance, when you touch down here, what does that look like up until kickoff?
So I sit around with Nick and AD and talk about life.
And here we are.
I send AD back to his therapist.
That's right.
Because I brought up last week.
I'm seeing onions.
So we're fortunate that teams in the league are very good about giving us access. So usually we'll meet with the home team first, early afternoon, and get head coach, both the coordinators, usually a couple of players, and then kind of rinse and repeat that at the visiting team's hotel. So that's the afternoon. Then we meet as a crew and kind of take everything we've compiled throughout the week, whether it's listening to your show, reading some of the local stuff here, the meetings that we've had, the tape that we've watched, and we kind of formulate our plan. And then that becomes what you see on the screen on Saturday. So obviously the open is scripted. The first 2.5 minutes that you see, we talk about that, but then, it's kind of all bets are off once we kick it off.
Well, we were talking about bets a lot today.
That was intentional. Yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah.
Do you wear contacts?
the Chauncey, how about the Chauncey Billups quote from the night before of "Let's see where the chips fall"?
No, don't say anything about chips.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about anything.
It's crazy. So what's kind of for you? And before, obviously, you haven't met with Coach Rule and stuff yet.
Yep.
What's kind of on your mind going into tomorrow for Nebraska specific? What's the lead for the Huskers?
AD, you okay if I go here?
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
I can take it.
It's what you guys have been talking about locally here all week. What every question was in the press conference on Monday or Tuesday with Coach Rule, that was the offensive line. I mean, Rocco Spindler's health at right guard.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a heavy pressure team as far as playing cover zero and sending the house that Nebraska is seeing tomorrow. But they do get home a lot with 4. The sack numbers aren't huge, but Anto Saka could be a first day of the NFL draft guy, number 4 at defensive end for Northwestern tomorrow, a guy to watch. And I think that's the headline. The offensive line for Nebraska after getting crushed last week, can they turn it around in a hurry now with being banged up too with Spindler and his hand situation?
402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line open for you guys the rest of the way. If you have questions for Connor, I'm assuming you got things to do, so not a massive time crunch, but definitely going to get you out of here in a few minutes. So if you have questions for Connor or the process of anything going into tomorrow, feel free to shoot them our way. I guess overall, what's your just assessment as somebody that's kept tabs on the Big Ten from afar? Is there more parity in college sports and college football more specifically now more than ever?
Definitely. I think to our conversation about all the 5-2 teams, and those being huge brands that are also sitting in this same spot. Absolutely. Our crew had Arizona State, Texas Tech last week.
Oh, wow.
So Texas,
that was a big one.
Yes,
it was. Texas Tech was undefeated. They had not trailed the entire season. And that was 3 games in the conference. Had not trailed. Closest anybody had been to them was 24 points. And kind of similar to this week's story with Nebraska being a little beat up on the offensive line. That was Arizona State last week. And I get it. This is not Nebraska versus the number 7 team in the country, but they're trying to pull a similar thing tomorrow. That's, you got some injuries up there. You're just beat up. You lost a game where you didn't feel good about it. And Arizona State beat them with a 3rd string center against the number 1 rush defense in the country. And we went into that game thinking like, gosh, a lot has to go right for Arizona State to win this game, even though they're at home. It's loud here. Kenny Dillingham has activated the Valley and really gotten them excited. But I think that was a perfect picture. What you're getting at, Nick, is, I don't want to be too cliche here, but really any given Saturday, who knows right now?
Connor, the thing about Nebraska, the part that I'm most concerned about, and I was saying this before you got into the segment before, I'm concerned of just where their heads are at. There was a players only meeting called. Anytime a player, I was telling Jeff Essink this morning at the gym, anytime you call, it's like when you call a family meeting, like at home, somebody messed up, or there's some serious things to discuss. And when you have a players only meeting, usually it's not to celebrate something, it's to get the house in order. Although I applaud it because that shows initiative by the players. And really people, I think the word culture is overused a lot. Culture is simply, in my opinion, the way Coach Osborne instructed us, you look at your top tier programs, is peer-led accountability. A coach yelling at you over and over again, it's like when you live next to a railroad track, you don't even hear the train anymore. Sometimes you can go, the coach is just white noise. When you have to look at your teammate in the face, that's different. So I'm hoping that was maybe the start of saying, you know what, let's play the way we know we're capable of playing, because they were much more capable of playing better than they did Minneapolis on Friday night. So hopefully that's the jump start, but that's something that concerns me of how they respond.
Yeah. Now you got me headed for my therapist, because you said family meeting, and I'm thinking, man, I'm getting grounded.
Hey, tell me about it. I have to deal with this every day. Every day.
But those are alarming, though.
No, it's an apt point. It's a really good point, and I think I'm as fascinated as you guys are to see how Nebraska tackles tomorrow. I think that's the sign of where their attitude is at, and clearly that's been the message that's been put out there publicly from John Butler, from Matt Rule, is the quote I thought was telling about I'd boo us too if we're tackling ghosts tomorrow, as Matt Rule said earlier this week. So I think that will be the show of how much that resonated, that message that you're getting at.
It's just fascinating because we've had to do a lot of, not damage control, I guess that might be the right word, damage control this week, Connor, to where we kind of have to recenter ourselves as consumers of Nebraska football, just because there's been so much of a roller coaster feel the last decade, really. And it is somewhat of the realistic approach of Nebraska still 5-2. There's still a lot ahead of them. Now, the records might not be on their side. I'm sure you know this statistic from your prep work. Matt Rule is 1-10 in games while Nebraska has 5 wins. I mean, that's a record that, as we get farther and farther into the Matt Rule tenure, it starts to become more glaring and glaring.
Yeah. No, I read that or heard that this week, and was looking back through some of those games, and I understand as a Husker fan why you might have that here we go again feeling with back-to-back years of 4-game losing streaks at the end or near the end of the season after you get to 5 wins. I do feel differently watching this team. Obviously tomorrow is the pivot point. If you lose that game, then it really feels like here we go again.
You talk about uncomfortability. I mean, it will be. I mean, you might just need to leave Lincoln. And somebody did ask on the text line, if Nebraska loses, do we blame Connor?
So
set myself up for that.
Yeah, we're setting on this. Remember, if you have questions for Connor, we got a couple that we want to get to for our listeners before we let you go. Derek in a car says, Connor, welcome to Nebraska. Does the outside of our bubble crowd recognize Nebraska as a blue blood or not?
Great question.
My own adult children think I'm kidding sometimes when I talk about the glory days. Thanks.
It's a great question, Derek.
I think they do. I think they do, mostly in the sense of kind of the thing I hear all the time traveling around the country and covering the sport is the sleeping giant label with Nebraska. Of people are obviously very aware of what it was and what it's starting to look like on that 5-1 start. Getting Dylan Raiola opened a lot of people's eyes. I covered the high school football package for ESPN when Dylan was in high school, and covered him at Chandler, covered him at Buford in Georgia, and the shockwaves that sent around the recruiting landscape when he committed here, people, that's the only thing they wanted to talk about for like a week. Was here comes Nebraska. So there's definitely the recognition of what this place can be nationally and what it can get back to. And I really don't think it's that far off from being there again.
You know, Connor, Nick said something, and it's something we need to even clip as depending on how this game goes and just after the year goes. I think it was a very pointed point in that why not win now? The time to win is now. Other programs, I can see you saying it with so much passion, like in July or something like that. Other programs have done it. Nebraska's time needs to be now. Why all the waiting? And you mentioned, what made me think about that thought was when you mentioned a sleeping giant. And I hear that all the time regarding Nebraska. What the hell's the alarm clock? I'm so tired of this giant sleeping.
Yep.
We can't say we don't have facilities.
Nope.
We can't say we don't have history. We can't say we don't have support. People, we have one of the longest sellout streaks since the Nixon administration. And so I'm so tired of the giant. Is the giant taking Benadryl? I don't understand. So that's the part, Connor, for me. And I'm not going to say I speak for everybody, but I'm going to say it pretty safely for a lot. I'm so tired of us being asleep when there's ample opportunities for us to say, you know what? And I'm not saying you're top 5 or top 3, but you have the tools to do it. The kitchen is full. That's the part that's frustrating.
That's what I would say, Connor. I mean, like, look at the investment. That's what I think is bothering a lot of Husker fans. There's the investment is there financially, from the fan standpoint as well. The facilities investment, it's all there. It's just you need somebody to come and take it.
Yeah, and I do think there are touch points, even within this season, of this is different than some of the past Husker teams that I've watched. The Maryland game was a great example of that. I don't think they win that game the last couple of years. I don't think they win that game the previous 4+ years. That
I would say probably about 10 years.
Yeah, really.
They would have found a way to lose it.
They would have found a way to lose that game. Even Michigan State, when that became a dogfight in the second half, same kind of feeling. I was like, oh boy, this is not going to go over well in Lincoln if this follows the recent history.
What time is your flight out of here tomorrow?
yeah. Connor, let me ask you this. So we have a couple more questions from the text line that we want to get to. Do you have like 10 minutes to stick around?
Absolutely.
All right. I say we go to break because we're up against the clock, and we can bring Connor back.
You bet. Folks, we'll be right back. Connor Onion, stick with us. If you have any questions, shoot him in. It's Drive, 93.7 Ticket.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers, otherwise cloudy skies and a light breeze. An afternoon high around 57. Tonight, cloudy skies with light winds, a low around 48. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers with light overcast skies continue. An afternoon high near 58. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pile-Up. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back, and I'm going to throat punch Nick.
See, there it is.
Expeditiously.
We did get a text. So there's a bit on our show, Connor. One thing is that AD always threatens to throat punch me, which I feel like is very aggressive. The second bit is, and we obviously this is the first time you've been able to meet AD in person. Have you seen the movie Up?
Mm-hmm.
AD is Doug the dog from
love
Up.
you.
I mean, he's just the attention span is he's able to handle it pretty well and multitask decently well. But I mean, the guy, it's just like squirrel, and he's focused on that for the next couple of minutes.
Because I love him.
As he wants to hit me. We actually did. So speaking of the bit, Eric, a texter into our show, always has really, fine texts. He says, I have a really good question for Connor. Connor, why do you think that AD should throat punch Nick? So that just goes in line with the bit that's on our show.
Well,
Don't know how
now.
it started.
I have an idea now.
Yeah. I found out Connor can't be trusted. I said something in confidence to him while AD was out of the room, and AD comes back, and the first thing Connor says, no, so minor back surgery.
So now am I going to get throat punched by Nick?
You're closer. Well, you're closer to AD, so, I just transitive properties.
I was just going to ask you tomorrow morning, Aaron, so what did you do yesterday? I watched someone get throat punched live.
And it was me.
Connor, why are you wearing a turtleneck? I got a bruise. So, okay, so let's dive into another question here from a lot of this. Is somebody says it's no longer a sleeping giant; it's on full-on hibernation for Nebraska. A named texter, I think they speak for a lot of Husker fans when they say there's no outcome to tomorrow's football game that would be surprising. It's not a great position to feel for Nebraska football. That's just where Nebraska fans are at. In all honesty, a pulse of Husker fans is you go in each week not knowing any idea of what's going to unfold in that stadium or anywhere else around the country.
Yeah. This would be my question to you guys. I'll turn it back around. What can Nebraska do tomorrow to make you feel better about last week? Is there anything, or is that still going to sit with you for a while?
That's what AD and I opened up the show with this morning. Was we talked about the opportunity that was there for Minnesota, because I think everybody, AD and myself, I can speak for us too, picked Nebraska to win last week. We expected it was one of the first times in a couple of years, Connor, where you looked at the field and you said, okay, Nebraska has the sheer talent advantage. Mm-hmm. And this is AD opened the show this morning with it of talking basically about how it was there in front of them to show, hey, Nebraska's grown. Like we talk about the turning point for Nebraska football. Last week was the biggest test to this point, and they failed. So I think that sets Nebraska fans back a few steps. So to where they could come out tomorrow, win by 30, hypothetically speaking, Husker fans would feel great because they won on Saturday. But I think that they get set back a few steps in terms of the scars that Husker fans feel.
Connor, I agree with you 100%, Nick. I would say, Connor, the main thing I can only speak for myself, but I would assume there's other Husker fans that feel the same sentiment in that the inconsistency. It's 2 steps forward, 5 steps back.
Yep.
Friday night was 10 steps back. Mm-hmm. When you have more sacks than points. And knowing that talent-wise and roster-wise, it's not even close. And I think it's more disturbing to me what happened then. Again, that happened then. Is to see the lack of want to. That was the part that was most disheartening. Yep. To see someone repeatedly punch you in the face and you take it. Mm-hmm. There's times, Connor, they rushed 3 people and we're getting home. Now, the very last play or whatever, that was indicative of the whole night. That score was not even indicative of how bad Nebraska was physically punished. That was the part. It's like a heavyweight fight. A guy that maybe doesn't have the notoriety, the number of rounds you have, but they're giving you all they got, and you're giving it back to them all they got. They just came ready that day. It was like one team showed up wanting it, and that was displayed by Minnesota. So I think that's the thing for me, the inconsistency where you take some great steps forward, but then you take so many far back.
Yep.
And Connor, like you've covered a lot of games too, where teams you can tell from the get-go are just physically outmatched. And I was up in Minneapolis last week for it, and I've said it all week, like 14-6, when Minnesota was up 14-6, it felt insurmountable up in the press box. Like that's just how it felt. And so it's a weird feeling when you look on the field and you're 5-1, potentially could have been 6-0, and you're sitting there going, how did this happen? I thought Nebraska was past this.
Yep. Yeah, that 98-yard drive was the perfect symbol of that.
Backbreaking. And then you answer it with a 3-and-out.
Right. My sense, and you guys give me your feel too, is after going to a bowl game last year, getting to a 6th win now is not simply enough. Mm-hmm. That's not the thing to appease Nebraska fans. Like last year, that's check that box. Mm-hmm. We can celebrate that. It had been 8 years. But once you got to 6, now your stud quarterback's in the sophomore year. Now it's got to be 9-10 to really feel good about it. Is that a fair read?
I think so. And then also you see other programs around the country. Like that also doesn't help. Like the Indiana example, as fascinating of a case study as that whole thing is right now, and it actually appears sustainable for the most part to this point with Curt Cignetti. When Nebraska fans who are extremely passionate see that happening, or Arizona State in the buildup of Kenny Dillingham down in Tempe, like when they see that and the almost instantaneous success, it doesn't make matters better when Nebraska loses in the fashion they did last week.
I'm going to come up from a different angle, Nick, but similar. But you look at UCLA, fired a coach before school even started. They didn't start school until September 25th,
right? And
they go on this 3-game winning streak, and it's like, people left them for dead. You're seeing of all these other examples with team without the clout, the resource, et cetera, to win. And then you see us going to Minnesota and do that. It just rears those ugly head again of inconsistency that we've watched for so long. So, Nick, as you mentioned, we don't know what to expect, man. But to your point, 6 is not going to cut it.
No. And now that's the story kind of surrounding Nebraska this week, right? It's not totally left for dead.
No.
But there are a lot of people throughout the country who are thinking, yeah, there's same old Nebraska. Yeah. They get ranked. They have a dud, don't show up, and maybe we're headed down the same path as last November. But watching some of the previous games, I really don't think so. But we get to find out tomorrow. That's what's fun about this.
Connor, we're going to see, like I said, we know we have the physical attributes. We have all those other things. To me, it's those X factors. Do they have it in their hearts? That's the part we're going to see tomorrow, because that's measured by the effort you see on the field. And I've said this a number of times, Connor. There's people. I'm not saying they're not working hard, but are you giving 100% effort on every rep, every play? There's a difference.
Yeah.
And I that was not there Friday. I hope that changes tomorrow. And Nick, as you mentioned, those guys hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They as much as say we don't read. Yes, you do.
Yep.
They're all on social media. They see it. They hear it. How are you going to respond?
You can't tell me there weren't distractions last week. There was one major distraction last week.
Massive.
And to your point, AD, about tomorrow, the spine of that defense is going to be fascinating to watch. Judy, right over the center, right over the guards, because a lot of the best runs for Northwestern and Caleb Komolafe, their downhill running back, right up the gut.
And he's a three-headed monster running back.
Now it is. Yeah. As of last week, they've got Deshaun Reeder, freshman running back, who's actually their fourth running back, because Cam Porter, their captain and stud, is out for the year at running back. So Javen Wright, Elijah Judy, Deshaun Singleton, the spine of that Nebraska defense better bring it tomorrow, because they might run the ball 50 times. If Northwestern can run the ball 50 times,
that matches up just perfect with Nebraska's strengths on defense, right? Anyway. Did we see it last week? All right, last question from our text line. Thomas in Lincoln asks you, favorite part about Nebraska. First time in Memorial Stadium for a football game. You were here for the volleyball match. You're here yearly for Big Ten baseball tournament. Favorite part about Nebraska when you get to come visit?
I can't tell you how big my smile was when my bosses told us that this was the assignment this week. I've had people that I grew up with in the Chicagoland area that are lifelong Husker fans. Now, some of them are also lifelong Northwestern fans. So I can't tell you the size of that smile, just because of what I've talked with you guys on this show before. Is some of the formative moments of the early part of my career have come here in Lincoln.
Yeah.
One was Volleyball Day Nebraska, the Big Ten Baseball Championship, which Nebraska has won back-to-back years, and Husker fans have packed that place. And being here for volleyball first serve, AVCA first serve this year, where 15,000 Husker fans are there before the volleyball season is even supposed to be started on week 0. So my favorite part of coming here is that it is true what they write in the walls here, that there's no place like Nebraska. You go some places and it's like just a catchphrase, and it looks good in recruiting, but I really truly believe that. Now I've felt it from coming here, is that this place is special, man. So I was so excited to get my first football assignment here.
I love it.
So you guys don't know where you're heading next weekend or anything like that, right?
We don't. We're on another 6-day pick.
Gotcha.
So
we love those.
Yeah. I'm sure fans love them for planning. So,
we love those.
Working the games too. It's it can be challenging sometimes, but we find out usually Sunday morning or Sunday midday, like all of you do.
Where you head?
Yeah.
There you go,
Connor. Thank you so much, man, for joining us this morning. Definitely want to do it again. Hopefully the fans continue to treat you and your colleagues to an amazing experience here in Nebraska.
Thanks for not throat punching me, guys.
Yes. Don't bring up that trivia question to Helfrich either. Just leave that. Let that one just go.
We'll let that one ride.
Let that one slide a little bit.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be right back. It's The Drive, 937 The Ticket.
Super Taco would like to remind all motorists that each year thousands of people die or are seriously injured because of reckless driving. When you get on the road, do yourself, family, and your community a favor when driving in child-populated areas. Remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Super Taco, proudly at 5501 Holdridge Street here in Lincoln. If you are hungry as a bear or barely hungry, come and get the best birria tacos in town. Super Taco, on the air because they truly care.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: a chance of showers, otherwise cloudy skies and a light breeze, and having high around 57. Tonight, cloudy skies with light winds, low around 48. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers with wide overcast skies continue. The afternoon high near 58. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pileup. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow card.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season. Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. We are back. We want to appreciate Connor Onions again. He will be calling the game 11 o'clock FX1.
Yes.
Is that, Nick? 11 a.m. game tomorrow morning. It's almost like because we've known that dude for years with the banter that goes back and forth. So that was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, and once Big Ten baseball tournament comes around, he does that for Big Ten Network. He does all those games, so it's a really good time. I met Connor actually on volleyball day in Nebraska. That's where I met him, and we found out we're both Cubs fans. He's from the Chicago area though, and so it's a really good time. And now certainly a guy that is making the move in the play-by-play business. So it's a good time. He's a really fun guy to hang out with.
He is, man. And just like I said, 30 years old, and the guy is seeing some amazing venues, getting the opportunity to do that. Nick, I know you don't like this.
Yeah, he was in the venue for, Arizona State storming the field last week. He was there for obviously Volleyball Day in Nebraska, which is the big one. He talks about that being his crowning achievement. And then he was also at the Colorado Hail Mary last year against TCU in Boulder. And so he's seen a few things just early in his time.
Definitely appreciate his time doing it with us. Folks, 80 attitude adjustment. I was thinking about this driving home yesterday. Nick, that was kind of a test for my back yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure.
4 hours from Brookings, about 4 hours and 10 minutes, 15 minutes, going 80 until you get about, just south of Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
Go a little, back at the speed limit. But man, I was just thinking about, it doesn't matter how your week started. It's how you finish it.
There you go.
And it's like that with any day. The day can start off a certain way. The week can start off a certain way. Some things you have no control over. The thing you do have control over is the attitude and how you finish. I was thinking about that on my drive home yesterday. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm this. I'm like, AD, look, bro, you're able to drive. Speaking of driving, big shout out to our guy, DF. DF, it was good to see you this morning, man. And Dave said allow 0 sacks and win. That is going to be one of the keys right there. But again, I'll say this in the Browns. It doesn't matter how the week started. You got a chance to finish strong tomorrow.
We do have a special thing to pass along to our listeners as well. From the Star City chapter of Bikers Against Child Abuse, the Highlands Academy at 59. Is that funny? No, I'm kidding. The Highlands Academy at 5901 Northwest 1st Street will be having a trunk or treat tonight from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for kids in the community. There will be other nonprofit organizations there, including the Rebels Car Club, the National Guard, Husker Color Guard, Nebraska State Historical Society, and many others. Just reaching out. Once again, inform the community. Come out and see them tonight, 5901 Northwest 1st Street, trunk or treat from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for the kids in the community there in Lincoln.
Nick, I was laughing because one of the texters, it was Brian H. He goes, for some reason, I thought you guys was Connor Stallions.
Certainly not. Certainly not. I would imagine that was maybe the first time that Connor has been misplaced or identified as Connor Stallions.
In case some people don't know who Connor Stallions is, will you remind them, Nick?
Michigan sign stealer. It was the culprit there in that one there.
My man Brian was like, yo, that's an interesting show.
Yeah, when Michigan's not even in town. No, Connor's great. If you missed any of that conversation, make sure you check it back.
Folks, thanks for riding with us. Nick, little bro's going to be back with
Absolutely.
you, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll be pregame show starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
That's correct.
So definitely check out pregame. Definitely check out the rest of the shows today. Be talking more Husker sports, folks. Thanks for riding with us. Have a great one.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934, and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Are you familiar with everything the Lincoln Children's Museum offers? Camps, field trips, and game day playdates are just a few of the extraordinary programs provided by the Lincoln Children's Museum. When you spend a day with your family at the Lincoln Children's Museum, your child's mind can explore while enjoying the many interactive exhibits they have, while keeping admission prices extremely affordable. Stop by the Lincoln Children's Museum today in downtown Lincoln, or visit them online for more information at lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com. Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln reminds listeners to keep our local farmers in your heart during the fall harvest season. Our local farmers work hard to provide for our daily meals all year round. Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar, located at 4141 Pioneer Woods Drive in Lincoln, offers fresh and delicious pasta, seafood, hand-cut steaks, and a wide variety of wines. For reservations, call 402-489-0005. The staff at Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln are forever grateful to the dedication of our local farmers.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?